According to the official website of D&D, the creators of D&D, Gary Gygax and David Arneson, D&D is a game that focuses on storytelling. The dice just help you along. Everything is your decision, from what you look like to how you act to what happens next. And how we are able to accomplish these is by creating character sheets. So let's learn how to make one. Hi, I'm going to be helping you out making a character sheet in this video. I've been playing D&D for almost 5 years now. I know, I'm pretty cool. So I would say I'm pretty qualified to help with this. I've made many characters over the years. So, what are you going to need? You're going to need a piece of paper. You can decide if you want to print out a character sheet or just write down on a piece of paper. For this video, I printed one out. Next, you're going to need something to write with, preferably a pencil or something you can erase with. 3, you're going to need 4 6-sided dice, or better known as D6s. You're also going to need a computer, phone, or something that can access the internet, just in case you need to look some stuff up from the official website or a handbook so you can see what spells and all that you're going to need. Next, you're going to need yourself. No one else is going to make this character for you, so let's start. The first step is going to be deciding what race we're going to be playing. There are a lot of different options we can choose from, but for this video, we're going to be choosing a human. I know, boring. We're all humans. We're playing D&D, let's be fantasy, but we get cool aspects for this. So with human, we get +1 modifications to all of our stats. Step number 2 is you are going to choose your character's class. This is going to decide how your character is going to fight, and generally how your character is going to interact with your surroundings. As you can see, we're going to be playing a barbarian at level 1. Step number 3 is going to be rolling for your stats. This is where the d6s come in. You're going to take your 4 d6s and roll them, and you're going to take the 3 largest numbers. As you can see, we got 6, 4, and 3, so that together is 13. So we're going to make a little note of that, and we're going to do this 5 more times. So now that I've rolled 6 different stat blocks, I'm going to add a +1 because we are human. Like I said before, we get a +1 to all of our modifications. So everything is going to go up by 1. And because you're playing a barbarian, we want to make sure that we are putting our stuff to our strengths. So we're not going to put 16 on intelligence, we're going to put 16 at strength, because that's going to help us the most. For the rest of them, you can see I'm just kind of putting them where I think is best. You, of course, can put them wherever you want, as it's your character. We are now going to put the stats into the character sheet itself, and we're going to add the modifications that go with it. Modifiers are really important in D&D. They can decide what happens to your roll, whether you pass or fail something. So they're very important. As you're about to see, I'm about to put in the modifiers that go with it, the correlations with the numbers that we rolled. I am now going to move all the information from here over to our saving throw section. You might see something a little different. You might see that strength and constitution have a different amount, +5 and +4. That is because I decided we're going to be proficient in those two, so that's a +2 to those other modifications. We are now going to move all the information down to skills. We are now going to choose our character's background. For this character, I have decided that we are going to go with soldier. All this really means is that we get a dice set, and our character used to be in the army, part of the military, same thing, or a guard. The next thing we're going to choose is alignment. My personal favorite is chaotic neutral. I feel like it gives you the most freedom to do it, but of course you have so many other options. We have lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. The next and last thing we're going to do is name our character. We're going to name him Wilbur Jorgensen. I know, amazing name. And I know I said the last thing, but really the last thing is for you to do. Creating your character's backstory, figuring out who your character is. I can't help you with that, that's maybe up to you. Like I said, you're going to need yourself in this. Our character's created. Now let's go over some things to avoid. When you're choosing your character, make sure you choose a race that isn't going to be too difficult for you to play when you're a new player. Next, and I cannot stress this enough, do not change your stat rolls. Sometimes you might get stats that you might not like, but having bad stats can lead to really funny things that go on and can just make your character more enjoyable. Next is making your character last minute. You want to try to avoid that as much as you can. Last thing to avoid is to taking this too seriously. D&D is supposed to be fun, so have fun. D&D is such an amazing way to meet new people and create lifelong friends. And learning how to create a good character is a good starting place. The more confident you are in your character, the easier it's going to be to start playing with new people. As Brennan Lee Mulligan said, 80% of the game is just doing bits and telling stories together. As a player, it is your job to become invested, and having a good character can really make it easy to become invested. And of course, have so much fun with your character. You will grow so attached to them. The more you play with them, they will start to have a life of their own.